Hello again, PCQI, and welcome back to our All About Compliance channel. In this segment, we're going to be talking about GMP training for our food sector under personnel, cleanliness, and the main subject matter is outer garments. So this is in compliance with Title 21 CFR Part 117.10 Personnel, subsection B. Here we go again. It's cleanliness. All persons working in direct contact with food, food contact surfaces, and food packaging materials must conform to hygienic practices while on duty to the extent necessary to protect against allergen, cross-contact, and against contamination of food. The methods for food maintaining cleanliness include wearing outer garments suitable to the operation in a manner that protects against allergen cross-contact and against the contamination of food contact surfaces, or food packaging materials. Now, you're probably looking at this part of the outer garments. Is it issuing lab coats or uniforms and whatnot? So let's get some clarification. So as a PCQI, we need to make a hazard analysis on this particular subject on wearing outer garments. So what I mean by that is we need to take into consideration hair contaminants. Obviously, if you look, I have I'm there, right? I am the contaminant on this one. So what do you do as a PCQI when you see somebody like me and says, okay, I need to protect my process against this person's, right? Because he has all of these things, right? So one is on the cleanliness program. When you're putting this together, take a look at, what are you going to be issuing lab coats, right? Long sleeves. I know we're going to get into the gloves, the hair restraint and, all of those things, right? But outer garments, when I'm doing an audit, I see hoodies, okay? So, and they're not tucked in under the collar here. And the folks just fling them around while they're going through one zone or another. Is that part of your procedure or your program? Are you allowing hoodies on there? Maybe in certain part of the warehouse you do when they're handling cold storage, or they're in and out of freezers and things like that. Maybe that's allowed. So, it all depends on your GMP policy, and that's why we're here talking about these things. What about lab coats, right? Or coats in general? Now, your maintenance, they have all the pullovers, and all the aspects of, should you have, like me, I wear this at the office, so I'm okay with the button. But if I'm on the production floor, I won't have this because it has the tendency to fall into the product. So, either I get issued something that zips up or with the snaps on them and whatnot, whatever the hazard analysis was conducted during that process. So on the lab coats, which are the easiest one, everybody uses these, right, to kind of cover our outer garments from our homes because some of our teammates, they have pets, right? So they have hair and dandruff from pets. It's just all over their house and their sofas, and their pets jumps on them and things like that, and they're bringing it into our facility. So we issue them the covering part of that, which is typically a lab coat. Now, taking a look at that, what are we going to do for the laundry? Are we going to perform that in-house? So if it's in-house, that's a separate program of, how do you, verify cleanliness, right? Your laundry SOP, handling the soiled station and the clean station. Are you going to be sending some of those lab coat for swabbing as well, to verify your your laundry procedures, that it works for the intended process, or are you going to send it to a third-party laundry facility? What are your assessment for that? There's a lot of laundry facility provider. What is your analysis for that? The truck stops in multiple stops, and your laundered garments at this point are exposed to the opening and closing of doors and stops, and picking up soiled and from other locations that third party laundry provider services. So what does that look like in protecting your process? So those are the type of things you need to consider as a PCQI, and you need to write those out and have those openly discussed with your provider, or with the thought of doing all of these other things. Aprons, right? Some of it is just you have that outer covering depending on your process. Obviously, are the aprons disposable? Or are you going to have them to be like washable and reusable? So same thing kind of apply with your laundered outer covering in like the lab coats from the previous example. You need to assess that, and how do you protect the food from the contaminant coming from our issued uniform at this point, or PPE, whatever we want to call it. I did touch base about hoodies, right? Do you allow hoodies for that process? And the other part of it, I was asked a lot, what about shorts and skirts, right? Because sometimes you have a guest, they're wearing skirts. Is that allowed, for that process? What is your procedure for that? What about shorts, right? Are those allowed? So these are the type of things as an observation sometimes I ask. Typically, I don't see skirts worn except for maybe a tour, right? That's kind of written on there that's allowed. When personnel are wearing, let's say, a skirt or short pants, that they're not allowed, to be on top of equipment or any ladder system that goes, that crosses over a production process line. So I've seen those in facilities as well. Other part is short sleeves. They're not allowed to have short sleeves if the coats are not issued. So like I said, depending on your process, as you customize your GMPs, these are the type of things that you might want to bring up. Are we going to allow that? I know certain process, the hands are okay to work with the product. And we're going to cover that on the hair hazard on food as a foreign material. So take a look at those, what you allow from your team to bring or to wear, and then what your requirements are based on your process on, issuing them, lab coats, etc. Now, the other part I want to touch on lab coats, on the laundry. Okay, so this is kind of a chase, between that. We talked about the in-house and third-party, right, getting laundered. Now, I've seen some processes that the actual personnel are issued their, lab coat or, upper covering, let's just say that, because sometimes they're just up to the waist and whatnot, and they take it home, right? They take it home, and it's their responsibility to wash it and bring it back and wear it in your facility. Are you okay with that, right? Have you done a hazard analysis for that? So if that is the case, why even, in my opinion, why even issue them a lab coat that they're going to take home and expose it to, their environment? Why not just have them wear their street clothes, because it's the same? So So anyway, so I just want to bring that up, PCQI, right? Take a look at that. What is that process? Well, what is the common sense, and then looking at the regulation. So this is 117.10, subsection B, and subsection 1. All right, so take a look at that requirement. So let me end the segment there, PCQI. Once again, thank you for your viewership. And if you see value to these content that we are producing to support our PCQI on the field, please like, share, and subscribe, right? And if you need help on training materials or any training topics, please email me at info@consultarinc.com. Once again, thank you again, PCQI. Stay strong. Till then, have a great day. Bye for now. Contact us. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Thanks again, PCQIs. Have a good one.